Okay. This is for those who served our country from New Paltz High School, and we thank all of you for your service. I just want you to know I'm not going to read the year that they graduated from New Paltz. I'm just going to read their names. And if anybody's been left out, after we're done, we're going to ask all of you veterans to come up here. So, Chester Decker, Stuart Glenn, Tony Bonagora, John Morris, Roger Holtling, Darrell Ackert, Frank Arias, Roger Lefevre, John Martin Jr., John Deo, Bob Damier, John Kosh, T.J. Franklin, Ed Hess, James McGrath, Bill Phillips, Hank Schulte, Fred Stokes, Ken Tenedini, Charlie Walton, John Culver, Dave Deo, Bruce Du Bois, David George, Peter Marty Kraus, Reed Mackey, Robert Milham, Skip O'Byrne, Lars Peterson, Bob Rushforth, David Smith, Ted Smith, Larry Winters, Jim O'Byrne, Bill Connolly, Fred Dates, Dave Dipple, Phil Dipple, Bob Roberts, Richard Van Aken, Joe Zielinski, Larry Kosh, Ken Keller, Dale Martin, Terry Smith, Robert Guidi, Ralph Andrades, Paul Fabella, Charlie Miller, Tom Miller, Claude Stone, Tom Tobin, Charles Wellington, Alice Burke, Larry Dodge, Charlie Johnson, Barbara Pfaff, Paul Roberts, Mike Snyder, James Wexler, Karen Karsten, Mark Pitzing, Guy Gardner, Lori Sheldon, Carol Stagen, Ed Lee, Ellen Garvey, Todd Grosshans, George Serrano, Mike Yapel, Mark Zuno, Bob Boylan, Jeff Decker, Nancy Harrington, Paul Havranick, Clifford Lounsbury, Dan Spees, Paul Beninati, John Clark, Harold Issen, Bill Miller, Steve James, Tony Giambattista, Scott Tasker, Alex Tobin, Tim Wirtz, Doug Saplicki, Peter Morrison, Santo Polizzi, Eric Benjamin, Tony Giambattista, Tim Karsten, James Olivero, Bob Berta, Carol Perkins, Tom Stagen, Wayne Ackert, Phil Karsten, Isley Lundgren, and John DeSimone. Thank you all for your service. I have something else that I'm going to read. I just forgot to bring it with me. And I wouldn't be me if I didn't forget something. Robert Rosner, sorry, Rob Robertson, Andy Drehaus, Amanda Gorton, Adrian Pone, Ray Stewart, and Mr. Newman, Mr. Carl Newman, our teacher. Okay, thank you. Okay. To the alumni of New Paltz High School and friends, welcome to today's ceremony and thank you for attending. I'm honored to be speaking with you today on such an important occasion. We're here today to honor our service members and to remember the sacrifices they've made and the courage it took to defend honor, duty, and country. The writer Michel de Montaigne once said, "Valor is stability, not of legs and arms, but of courage and the soul." We are here today to honor our heroes, to remember their achievements, their courage, their dedication, and to also say thank you for your sacrifices. Thinking of the heroes who join us in this group today, and those who are here and only here in spirit, a person can't help but feel awed by the enormity of what we encounter. We stand in the midst of patriots and the family and friends of those who have nobly served. At this time, I'd like to ask the service members and veterans who are here to come up and join me. We'll give you a little bit of time. Any of the people who served to please come up now. I was also told that Bill Fall was also in the service. I know we might have forgotten some names, and we apologize for that. We tried to do the best that we could in doing this. I'd like to thank all of these veterans for answering the call of duty. You've made our armed forces the most respected in the world. You can go join the others now. As soon as, just make sure you see Ann. Before you do, she has a little something for you. And just giving you a heads up, next I'm going to ask the family members of anybody who served to come up. Wait till everybody here's gone back into the crowd. So for those of you family members, I wanted you to know that we do understand that you've lived through difficult times and taken the heavy load to keep the home fires burning. Everybody here thanks you for what you've done, and so do the people who have served. So if any family members of those people would like to come up here, please feel free to come up now, because we have something for you as well. Essentially, they're receiving a pin that honors the people who had served. Sharon Rosado, would you like your phone back before we go through it? It's up to you. All I know is he was talking to somebody in Thailand.
Only for an hour.
Thanks for keeping it short, Steve. Okay. The service members we honor today came from all walks of life. but they shared several fundamental qualities. They possessed courage, pride, determination, selflessness, dedication to duty and integrity, which are all the qualities needed to serve a cause larger than oneself. Many of them didn't ask to leave their homes to fight on distant battlefields. Many didn't even volunteer. They didn't want to go to war because they loved fighting. They were called to be part of something bigger than themselves. They were ordinary people like us who responded in extraordinary ways in extreme times. They rose to the nation's call because they wanted to protect a country which has given them so much. Since the first shots at Lexington and Concord were fired, a revolutionary war began. American men and women have been answering the nation's call to duty. Millions have fought and died on battlefields here and abroad to defend our freedom and way of life. Today, our troops continue to make the ultimate sacrifices, even as we lose troops. More Americans step forward to say, "I am ready to serve." They follow in the footsteps of generations of fine Americans. Thank you all for attending today. This is not the end of the speech. I should have flipped the page first. Thank you for attending today. And now I'd like to introduce Francine Minadeo Moro, class of 1967, who would like to say a few words. Francine, come on up.
Hi, everybody. Hi. I hope you had a great weekend. I'd like to ask a few people to come up here that were responsible for giving us such a good weekend first. That would be my sister, Ann, Denise, Sheldon, and all the other members on the committee that are here. Too many to name. Patty Steffens is one, but I know she's not here today. Come on up, Ann. Denise, you're not getting away with this. I want to give a few accolades about them. Ann was the organizer of this entire weekend. Soon she will be going to Colorado to see her, to be with her son, and she wanted to make sure that she saw everybody before she left. So a year and a half ago, her idea of the last Waltz, New Paltz, began. And Ann, we thank you so much for what you did. Denise stood by my sister every inch of the way. Denise is an expert advertiser, a computer guru, and a very talented theater maker. Patty Steffens, she's not here, but she made us all cry yesterday with her beautiful memorial of our fallen classmates. We thank Patty for all those tears. We thank the band members who made us dance. We thank the golf club owners who so generously accommodated us last night. And for the Elks Club for accommodating us today. We thank Jerry Nuzio, famous for J. Joey's. Who most of us, according to my sister, said, there were people that said to her, I would pay $75 just to get a sandwich from Jerry.
So I called.
We thank the talented artists who made our hearts smile. That art show yesterday was beautiful. Last but not least, we thank the committee members who worked as a team. And like all New Paltz teams, we won because we had fun. But I've been asked to speak to you today to honor Henry Schulte. It is my great privilege to do so. Henry was in the class of 1966. He was one of 8 children of a loving family. What always impressed me about Henry was at the early age of 17, he was already a man. Henry was kind, gentle, and respectful. He was talented in art, sports, and in his ability to keep friends. Henry was blessed with an extremely handsome face, but we were blessed with his heart. Henry enlisted in the Army, and his tour in Vietnam began on November 7th, 1968. The Army quickly recognized his abilities, and he was made corporal. And the day he fell, February 1st, 1969, New Paltz fell to its knees. Henry was a year older than myself, so although we did not share regular classes together, we did share many study halls. And like most of us, we did not study. We talked, laughed, flirted, and made a cherished friendship. Although many people at the time did not agree with the United States fighting in the Vietnam War, the fact is Henry and many of our other classmates fought for us, and we are not communists today. Thank you, Henry, for being the man that you were, and the man that you still are in our hearts. You set a high example for your classmates, and you helped all of us be better people. You are missed in New Paltz beyond words, and you, along with our other friends and classmates, and all the other people that served in all of the wars, are our heroes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Francine. That actually almost concludes this portion of it. What's going to happen is after we're done with this, we have the little music that's going to be played. After that, Diane Lee is going to take over the mic, and she's going to tell you guys what's going on. We're going to have a little ceremony as well. After that, I'll be reading the names of the folks that have left us, and I will also raise the microphone. So, Mr. Music, please. That was beautiful. Thank you for doing that for us and for all of our veterans. That just concludes this first portion of everything. So now, stay tuned for some news from Diane. Oh, wait, Denise wants to say something. That's right. We have raffle winners to announce. The first one is Greg Isaacson. Julie Isaacson.
No, but somebody did win your piece, if that's any consolation to you. There it is. Hi, everybody. A couple of announcements. If you have not picked up your T-shirt or your bumper sticker, hopefully your T-shirt is still there. Somebody's wasn't, so I've got my eye on you people, okay? Anyway, please, they're in the bar area. And also the memorial DVD, if you didn't get a chance to see it last night, that they put together, Patty Steffens with Copeland's, put together a really nice slideshow, so that's in the bar area also, next to the T-shirts. And we'd also like to remind you that Patty is starting a scholarship fund for the alumni, and if you want to make a donation to that, we will be happy to take your checks or your cash or your spare change. So the T-shirts, and I guess you all want to know who won the raffle. So, hopefully, I know at least one person is not here. They already left, so we're going to have to get that to them. Anybody know how to work a cell phone? Okay, here we go. And these were drawn in alphabetical order by name of artist. That's how it was determined who would get what prize. Okay, and I won't necessarily do the announcement in alphabetical order, but Greg Isaacson's picture of, I believe it's Lake Mohonk, was won by Rainey Packer. The former Miss Capone. Oh, there she is. Okay, so you got Greg's piece, and you can pick these prizes up at Deo Hall, and please do. Before 5 o'clock, that would be fabulous. Thank you. And any artists who are here and you need to pick up your work, please also go to Deo Hall before 5 and get it. Or I get to keep it. Let's see, I'll do this one. Okay, so Isaacson, Rainey Packer. The beautiful photograph of our Mohonk Mountain landmark in the fall was won by Chris Hall. Is Chris Hall here? Oh, congratulations. Everybody is so jealous. That's the one everybody said, can I just bid on that one? Can I just put in a raffle for that one? I'm like, no. Okay, and the Tom Cotton picture, which I believe it's called Cupcake Hannah, with the cupcake on her head, was Diane Lent. And the lithograph of the Dutch farm on the Hudson in the 1600s by Len Tantilla was won by David Stein. Is David here?
Oh, David. Good for you.
Is David here, anybody? Okay, well, we will get these to everybody. And thank you so much for your support of this Foundation for Student Enhancement. I'm sure that the kids will really appreciate. We raised at least $1,200, possibly more. We're not quite sure at this moment, but we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Huh? I'm wondering the same thing.
All right, we want to thank everybody who entered the raffle. It's all going to a good cause.